Hello, my friends. Welcome to our first live Ask Max webinar of today. And in this session, we're going to show you how to close a sale. I just finished up a coaching session with Hanji, who lives up in Canada. And we just kind of went through the process of how to close a sale. And Hanji, I'm unmuting you so we can talk. What did you get from the session that we just had? What lesson did you learn?
What I've learned that what is the proper way to do the close comparing what I did before. There's a huge difference, and I really appreciate the technique you have shown me.
Mm-hmm. So now you're a little bit more excited about the whole process?
Very much. I can see with the right move, with the right approach, could make whole different from the results.
Okay. Well, here's what we're going to do. First, what we're going to do is we're going to jump over and we're going to review what we did, what the lesson that Hanji learned. And then I'm going to come back. We're going to literally jump into her account, and we're going to do this live. We just what I'm going to show you just happened. It was live, and it'll give you a real understanding of how the process works. So Hanji had heard from Harold. Okay, she heard from Harold. Now we're going to come back here. We're going to review the conversation, and we're going to show you what she did wrong, and basically how the process works. Okay. So Harold here had responded to something that Hanji had put up about making money on the internet. And people are going to do that. Now, in order to be successful in sales, for those of you that struggle with the whole notion and concept of sales, let me first say that anybody can be a fabulous salesperson. All you need is product knowledge and personal enthusiasm. Personal enthusiasm for the product or the company that you recommend, and product knowledge, so that you can explain exactly what the business is and how someone can prosper. All right? Now, I'm going to open up one more LinkedIn page. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to log into the messages and we're going to use the messaging feature right here. So while we were doing this, and this was live, I was communicating with Hanji through live chat. So, product knowledge, personal enthusiasm. And remember, it's not about you, it's about them. When you find somebody that's interested in the business, doing the business, then what you have to do, at some point in time, you have to sell them on the business opportunity. You have to sell them on getting started. Now, you've shown them the information, you've asked the right questions, and we're coming back. And in Hanji's case, let me just unmute her so we can kind of talk about it. So in Hanji's case, what she's been doing is she's been talking to a lot of people, showing the opportunity, showing the videos, but nothing's happened. At some point in time, after you've done that, you have to sell them on the opportunity. But you have to be sure that you're talking to the right people. So here, Harold here responded. He wanted to know more about it. So I'd be happy to tell you all about it. What do you do? Well, I drive trucks. Now, what kind of truck? What kind of truck? How long have you been doing that? Well, she comes back and says, well, if you're interested in learning about this online business, I can share the information with you. What did you do before? So this part here she's okay with, okay? Let me just review. What you want to know is, what do they do? How long have they been doing it? What did they do before? So from a post that you make, I'd be happy to tell you all about it, but I'm curious. Why would you be interested in something like this, and what do you do now? Well, she's got that part down. I drive trucks. But she didn't ask him how long. Oh, wait a minute, she did. She goes to, what did you do before? She doesn't ask him how long, but he tells her. I'm interested. I've been driving trucks for 19 years. Well, 19 years on the road must be tough. Do you have any network marketing experience? And he says, yes, 19 years is tough on the body on the road. Now, this is something. Now he says, yes here. Does that mean he knows something about network marketing? I assume you want to change your life by getting into a different field. Am I right? And he goes, yes. Are you willing to put in 2 hours every day to do the business online if you really want to change your life? If so, please provide your email and I'll forward you the opportunity. So what she's doing here is, before she's qualified him, she's sending him the information. And he says, oh yeah, gives her the email. How long have you been doing this? Well, I've been doing it since last August. I'm planning to quit my engineering job permanently next year. I'll send you the information now. If you see the opportunity for yourself, I'll personally help you and guide you to grow your business. He says, thanks. I appreciate it. So now she sends him 3 short videos. I'll check it out. My pleasure. Okay, now she comes back. How are you? How did you like the business? I think it's good. When would you like to get started? Do you see the opportunity for yourself? He doesn't respond. He says, I think so. How do we make this work? And now what she's doing here is she's sending him a website. And I'll go to the website and I'll show you how to do the business. So he goes, okay. Can you talk on the phone about this? Can I do this from my phone? Yes, you can. But notice how much typing and information she's... It says, right now will not be good. I'm driving. I'll call you when you're free. Okay, so on Tuesday she reaches out. Are you able to proceed? Okay, so this is where we started this morning. And we picked something that he recently did. We found something on his page that we could react and respond to, which his last post. Okay, so we look down here. Now he just shared we like this post. Well, this guy's posting a lot. What we found was, boy, this guy sure been busy since I'm not. Anyway, what we did was we found his post, and then what we did was we reached out to him, and in fact, I tell you what I want to do. As we're going over this, I want to go and we want to look at some of the conversations that she actually has going on because we want to do this live. Okay. So I'm going to unmute you, Hanji, now so we can talk about this one. Okay. So you reached out to Hamid with your typical, hey, let's connect on LinkedIn. He accepted you, and we're using the LinkedIn icebreaker. How long have you been on LinkedIn? How's it working for you? And he goes back and he says, nice to have you on my network. LinkedIn is a great tool I've been using for years. Now, the question to have asked here was, well, you've been using it for years. How have you been using it? But if we go ahead and look at his page, we can see that Hamid, we want to know, what does a person do? There's 3 questions that you want to know the answers to. Manager of planning and merchandising. And he's in Canada. So we come down here and we can see what our mutual connections are. And we look at his experience. So he's been doing this for 6 months. If we come down further, we can see that he came from Saudi Arabia. And his work history is working with the same company. This goes back to 2013. This goes down to 2011. So he's working for a medical company. 2009. And initially, going back to 2007, he was a pharmacist. Now, he got his, went to school in Egypt, and now he's living in Canada. And he's been working for the same company for a long time. So we come back and we look at so you were very successful for the last 9 years. What prompted you to change business? Well, I decided to immigrate from Saudi Arabia to Canada in order to open new future opportunities for my kids. So I intended to change the country, not the company. All right. Now here, Hanji, here's what you're doing. Now here, if we take it from before, okay? He's telling you why he moved to Canada. My question would have been, is this the same company? So what you're doing here is, we talked about it before, you're kind of rehashing his history, and you don't have to do that. So he's moved to Canada, and you're going, what's your plan for your future in terms of profession? I'm not worried about the future. I do my best in each step of my life. Future opportunities will show up. The idea, usually be ready in advance. Now, what you're doing here is you're bringing up the business opportunity. Since the internet has changed billions of people's lives, what do you think about the online business? Would you be interested in learning about it? And he comes back, well, as you know, there are many types of internet business. Please let me know what kind of business you mean. You're bringing up the business opportunity before you've determined any kind of a need. Any kind of a need. And, well, there are lots of businesses. What kind of business are you talking about? It's international online network marketing. Have you ever participated in any kind of companies like this? Amway, Mary Kay, or New Skin? He goes, no. Now, we're having a conversation with someone about your business before we have any kind of a need. You could have saved yourself a lot of time if right from the get-go you had said, would you be interested? I see you moved here from Saudi Arabia to Canada. Would you be interested in making more money? Or if I could show you a way to make an extra $1,000 a week working part-time from home, would you be interested? And you probably would have gotten the same result, which is something you don't want to do. You want to identify the person's need first. So I intended to change the country, not the company, but it doesn't look like he's working for the same company. So are you working for the same company would have been a better question. So now you're bringing up the business before you know what he does. All right? And so he says, no, I don't. The company I'm with is so different from those. Whenever you want to learn about network, how they create, let me know and I will share the information. So you're saying, hey, listen, if you'd like to learn about network marketing, I'd be happy to help you. And so she's already seeing it. I can't believe I said this. Okay? She says, no, I didn't participate in any of them before, but let me know how they work. So now you're sending them the video. I'm working with an expanding company. The link below is what makes the company blah, and we're going on, And so you're sending them over all this information so she can see what she's doing wrong. But he said here, hey, man, this looks amazing. So getting people to watch the video, even though, we haven't determined the need. He said, great, this is amazing. So you got a little excited when he said that, weren't you?
Yes, very much.
Okay. Okay. So he said, okay, I'm going to send you the information. So you send him the information, and it said, we need to discuss over the phone better. So you got him. So did you talk to him on the phone?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and what happened when you talked to him on the phone?
He wanted to sell it in his pharmacy store. I was trying to explain to him the business. That's not the traditional way to work.
Okay. Okay, so he told you on the phone that he wanted to bring these in to the pharmacy,
Yes.
But now is it his store, or does he work for a company?
It sounds like he has stores in Egypt. That's what I understood.
Okay.
He has stores, his employees there.
Okay. Now, you're talking to somebody that's telling you they've got stores and they've got employees. Do you know how many stores he has?
I didn't ask.
Well, okay, so we don't know how many stores he has, and we don't know if they're his stores or is he talking about that in conjunction with the previous company he worked with? So we don't know that.
No.
Okay.
The thing is, that's not how the way it works, the Janais.
No, I understand.
So
Well, no.
Frustrated.
Right. No. Well, see, again, you're talking about apples, he's talking about oranges.
Yes.
Okay? So, anyway, you talk to him, and let's see here. So now you're giving him the information, and he's thinking about bringing these products into his store.
Yes.
So here you're explaining the business, and he comes back and says, I'm going to go through it, and I'll contact you. And he comes back, and he doesn't contact you right away.
No, the thing is, Max, I realized I didn't explain to him the way that you explained to me. If I did, your way could be different results.
Right.
I would say so.
Well, right.
Probably he was confused.
Oh, he was definitely confused. Because he's looking, he says, I went through it looks, they're higher priced. Okay? So, he's thinking about, at my pharmacies. Okay? So now he's coming back and you're going on and on and on about, hey, listen, you're trying to explain network marketing to him. And, okay. So that was the last conversation.
Yes.
So we're going to write back to him, and we're going to go with, hi, Hamid. Now, the last time you spoke to him was?
June 5th.
Okay, Monday. Let's take a quick look. That doesn't matter. I was going to look to see if he was active in something. See, the easy way to restart a conversation with somebody is to look at their page, see if they've had any kind of recent activity that you can. So come down here. So there's no recent activity, but you're just seeing who your mutual friends are. So we're going to come back over to the conversation. And we're going to go, hi, Hamid. Okay, just looking to reconnect. Okay? So remember, we had that, remember that phrase we were going to use about language? Let me find it over here. Okay, here we go. English is my second language, and although I've been speaking it for 14 years, sometimes I have a problem using the right words. So I hope you forgive me. Okay? So we're going to get that out of the way. Oops. All right, now, the stores you mentioned so I want to ask a question. I'm curious. When you talked about bringing the products of my company into your stores, do you own the stores? Now, I think I've confused you on how my business works. You talked about bringing the products of my company into your stores. Do you own these stores? Now, we're asking him a question that he can answer with a yes or a no. We're asking him a question that he can answer with a yes or a no. So hopefully he's going to come back and he's going to respond. Okay? And we've kind of apologized about, the language thing. Now, the other person that you were talking to is, let's see, this is Hamid. And then the other person we were talking to,
Mohammed.
I know I have his page open here. Okay, Mohammed. Okay. Now this is another example where He's a substitute teacher. And if we look at his page, I think we opened up his profile. Nope. Okay. So let's take a look at who you're talking to here. Remember, the beauty of working online is that you have easy, direct access to so many people, and you know in advance who these people are. So he's a substitute teacher. Substitute teacher. And we come down here and we can see the mutual connections. This is what I'm talking about. This is something that LinkedIn has added that really makes LinkedIn, in my opinion, better than Facebook to connect and build your networking business with, because now you finally know how active they are. In the past, you had resumes of people. You had a crude but effective way of communicating with them. Not anymore. Now you've got live chat. And they're showing you their activity. They're showing you when was the last time they were online. So now we come down here and we can see, okay, he's got a couple of jobs. He's a substitute teacher. He's been doing that for 2 months. He's also a student teacher. And he's been doing that for 6 months. And he also is a cashier at a Thai restaurant. I love Thai food. I wonder if they have, so he's the cashier. And he's been doing that for a year. And before that, he was a baker. And before that, he worked in produce. We can see he's still going to school. He's graduating next year. He's going for his master's degree. He's got a 4.0. It means he's smart. And before that, he went to the University of Western Ontario. He got a degree in criminology and history. Look at the wealth of information you have about this person. So right now, the guy has 3 jobs. Interesting question is, what prompted him to go from baking to, he's got an interesting career. But the real question is, why does he have 3 jobs? Well, we know the answer to that question. He's got 3 jobs because he's not making any money. But we also know he's going to school. 3 jobs. Substitute teacher, student teacher, and he's probably making more money as the cashier at a Thai restaurant. So now let's go back and look at the conversation. How long have you been on LinkedIn? How's it working for you? And he comes back and says, well, not bad. I've met and connected with different professionals. Now here you make an assumption. Now we've already, I can see you're a very ambitious person. When did you come to Canada? What did you do before coming here? And this isn't necessary, okay? This isn't necessary. I've met and connected with some different professionals, and he comes back and he says, no, I was born here. So what she's been doing, which has been a mistake, is she's been making comments about what he does. When the question that she needed to ask is, why do you have 2 jobs? Or 3 jobs? So he says, I see you're taking the master's degree in teaching. Is it something you'd like to do for the rest of your career? Or what are your dreams in life, if you don't mind? I want to become a teacher in high school, or I'm open to other career alternatives related to the field. So again, have you ever thought about being an entrepreneur? And he throws up his finger. Yeah, what type of company is it? I've always been open to the idea of a side job or even a business. Of course he's open to it because he's working 3 jobs and he's not making any money. Or he'd just be doing one thing. But he's pursuing his education. So now here again, what are you doing? What experience do you have with companies like in MLM, network marketing? So he asks you, what kind of a company is it? And so he's curious. Would you be open to learning about it? Yeah, I don't have any marketing experience. So prematurely again, which is what a lot of people do, I'll send you some videos on the company. You're going into, look at all the typing you're doing. You're sending all of this over before you know what experience he has with network marketing, because a lot of people, when you say, do you have any experience with network marketing, they don't equate their experience with their experience in Amway. Okay? How can I become successful with the career path? I also plan to stay in the Montreal area. So you send them the business presentation. I don't know if I have the capital to begin. How does Jeunesse compete with Amazon? So he doesn't understand the business. So now he wants to meet you. And so now you're making plans to meet. And we never want to meet people before. We never want to meet people before we've qualified them. It's a waste of your time. So you're going back and forth over meeting.
I didn't get it, Max. What do you mean before qualifying them?
Well, in other words, look, if you're going to meet somebody to talk about your business, there's preparation time. You got to get dressed. You got to put your makeup on. Then there's travel time to wherever you're going to meet. There's the meeting. And then there's getting back home. So you're going to tie up 3 hours of your time for this meeting.
Yes.
Okay? And the thing is, if you're going to meet somebody, you really want to meet somebody where you're going to have a happy result versus, well, you're going to end up meeting somebody and he comes down a little further. He says, look, I don't have any money. So right now he's putting off the meeting. If he was interested, if he really saw the opportunity for himself, if he had the desire to make some extra money, to get into business, then he would jump at the opportunity to meet you. Okay? So you're having a conversation back and forth about the meet. And it said now he comes back and says, unfortunately, my financial situation does not allow me to partake in any investments. So he's making this statement, and but he misread it. I thought the video said it was around $49.95 to get started. So now you're telling him the different packages. Okay, now. So we want to resurrect the conversation, but I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure that this is someone that you really want to be talking to. He's young. He wants to be a teacher. That's his goal. That's his goal. Now he's telling you he'd be interested in other businesses. So to get the conversation going again, is going to be easier because we go over, we look at his page, and we could see all of the things as activity. So let's open up the activity. So he likes this. These are things he likes. So he likes these big jets. So let's take a look at this one here. Okay, so we're going to make reference to that. And let's see how long ago I did that. No, he liked something that somebody else put up. So we're going to come back over here. We can start the conversation there. So we're going to go, hi, Mohammed. And we'll just use just looking to reconnect. And we're going to use that same line that we used before. Let's see, I think we could just paste that in there. As we continue to talk. Now we want to ask him a question. I'm curious. Or I meant to ask you this earlier. Why do you have 3 jobs right now? Okay, we're going to send that over. Now, while we're waiting for both of these folks to come back and answer the questions,
I'm the answer.
Oh, he answered already?
Yeah.
I told you it was fast. Okay, so I don't. Where did it? Oh.
Yeah, when you refresh in the message box,
Okay.
you will see.
This is what I'm talking about. This is fast. No, I mean, Store is my company employer. I'm the planning manager of a company that owns 28 pharmacies in Canada. So he's laughing now, okay? Okay. Okay. That makes sense. And he gave you a little LOL, so you give him an LOL back. Okay? Okay. So my current employer is your current is this a different? So we want to make, just to clarify, your current my current employer is the planning manager. So it's a different company. "28 companies, or 28 pharmacies." Wow. That's a lot of pills. Boy, that's a big operation. Now, let's go back up because we want to use the language. He said here he liked it. Okay. See, if I'm not mistaken, we never really asked him about. Did we ever ask him about his network marketing experience? I don't think you did.
Yes, I did. He doesn't have it.
Ah, he doesn't have any. Okay. 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 So, what we want to do is, in all the time for other people, have you ever thought yourself now? That's the question. Sometimes what you do is you ask the question first. But then we want to clarify something. Um, um, so we want to explain. The company the company information I shared and our products are not meant for are not meant to be placed, or the products I shared with you, or the company information I shared with you about our products So we want to clear up the confusion. The company information I shared with you is for people interested in having their own business. Our products are not meant to be placed in retail stores. Or pharmacies. In all the time you've been working for other people, have you ever thought about working for yourself and making more money than you're making now? See, we have to give them working for myself, and we're not saying have your own business, because people think of a business, they think of a store, they think of all that other stuff. So in all the time you've been working for other people, have you ever thought about working for yourself and making more money than you're making now? Now we'll send that over. And what I want to do, let me just check my schedule, okay? So let me know, keep your eye, he's going to answer you. We asked him a question that could be answered with a yes or a no. But what I want to do is I want to come back and we want to go back over here to Harold, okay? So we started it this morning, and we said those are. We asked him, and again we got almost an immediate response. 806, 807. Thanks for sharing. I meant to ask you the other day, what kind of truck do you drive? It's a big 18-wheel. So he wrote back, those are big trucks. What kind of things do you transport? And I hope you're not driving that. And he goes, freight of all kinds. We help the big companies that need drivers. So notice here what we got. Look at these short answers. Look at these short answers. We want to get the person talking. So we come back over here, and now we got him talking. Do you own the truck or work for someone that does? I work for someone. Expenses are too high to have my own truck. I understand why you'd be interested in making a change. Do you have any questions about the business that I shared with you. Now, let's look at this is Facebook. I'm going to jump back over to LinkedIn, and I'm going to bring up the messages, okay? When you're talking to someone, the questions you want to know the answers to are, what do you do, how long have you been doing this, and what did you do before? If somebody responds to a post, hey, I'd be happy to tell you all about it, but I'm curious, why would you be interested in something like this? What do you do now? Now, as you ask the questions, as you go through this process, you're looking for the opportunity, you're looking for the need. To be successful in sales, all you need is personal enthusiasm and product knowledge. And you need to be prepared to show the person, answer their questions, and show them exactly how the process works. And there's a very, very easy way to do it. You're going to see it in this conversation with Harold. The thing is that she's talking to the wrong person. She's, okay, truck driver, okay? That's not to say anything negative about truck drivers. When you discover the need, then you're going to ask the question. Many people, you're going to use your transition line. Many people today have turned to the internet to make extra and full-time income. What experience have you had with network marketing? Now, to get the conversations going, after you've shown them the information, what did you like about the information I sent you? Do you have any questions? Do you understand how you make money in this business? And when would you like to get started? That's all it takes. And possibly, do you understand what residual income was? Now, we thought we were actually going to be able to talk to this guy on the phone, but we couldn't because you can't do Skype and the phone systems on Facebook. You can't do both at the same time. So we had a problem. We had a problem making the connection, okay? So let's go over here and take a look at the conversation. So we started it up again. Do you have any okay. Do you own the truck? No. Work for someone. Expenses are too high. Why? Now, I understand why you'd be interested in making a change. Do you have any questions about the information that I shared with you? You see, when you're talking to someone, before you show them the business, or after you've shown them the business, sometimes you have to become a salesperson. You have to explain to the person on the other end why they need it. Why is there an opportunity for them? You have to help them see it. Some people are going to see it. Some people are going to watch that video and they go, man, sign me up. Those are the easy ones. But most of the time, you're going to send the information to somebody and you're going to go, oh, what's interesting? You want to make sure that you know their network marketing history before you do it, or else they're going to look at it and they're going, oh no, not another one of those pyramid pushing people. I mean, I get asked these things all the time. Think about it. You're sending, for those of you that have these online systems, you're sending somebody over to your capture page. Don't you think that people are smart enough? Oh, God, I asked them for information about a company, and what are they doing? They're sending me over to this thing where they're asking me for my name, they're asking me for my email, they're asking me for my phone number, and I'm going to get on this BS list that is and they're going to hound me, they're going to call me, they're going to send me emails that I'm never going to be able to get off their list. So what do? They put in a bogus email address. They put in a bogus phone number so that they can see what it is. And then when they see what it is, they go, oh no, not another one of those BS companies. And Brent Bryson over at Newskin, his son came up with a phenomenal response. BS meaning before social. Okay? Before social. It's BS. So you have to make the connection with someone. And if you're going to explain the business, explain the business. Send them a link to a page. So do you have any questions about the business I shared with you? Okay? So now we've resurrected this conversation because he wasn't responding. Yes, I'll call you. So we tried. We couldn't get through. Couldn't hear you. How do you work the business? So now, okay, I'll show you how to work the business on Facebook and LinkedIn in less than an hour or two a day to start. As you get into this, you'll probably spend more time than that because it's so much fun. Do you spend much time on Facebook now? Yeah, I spend lots of time on Facebook because I don't have friends in real life. My Facebook friends connect with me more than my family. Now, right there, if you're looking for somebody that has a circle of influence, it's not this guy. It's not this guy. So not only doesn't he have money, as we find out in a little bit, but he doesn't have a circle of influence. So would you rather be talking to him, or would you rather be talking to Ahmed, or would you rather be talking to him? If you had to pick between three people, who would you pick to talk to? You'd pick Muhammad, because he's got no, not Muhammad. You'd pick the other guy right here. This is your best prospect. Now we have to work our way through that. But in the meantime, let's go back to the conversation. So, and people, many people today, I can show you how to make more friends than you could ever talk to and make money on Facebook at the same time. Many people today spend hours on Facebook without getting paid. LOL. You can turn your Facebook time into money making working time working with me. Do you understand how you make money in my business? Yes. I want to make money without my friends or my family. Well, I understand. Most people feel the same way. I didn't want to approach my family or friends either. Now, you won't have to approach your family or friends. I'll show you how to make new friends in minutes by talking to people who you know in advance would be interested in this business. Do you understand what residual income is? Yes. Sounds good. Now, I'll show you how to make it on Facebook without going to your family and friends. When would you like to get started? Does it cost? Now, right away, that says to me that he didn't look at what you were doing. So, yes, it does cost. It's a business. The cost in getting started ranges from $250 to $550 or $1,200. I always suggest starting at $1,200 because you make more money back faster, but you can do what's comfortable for you. What level would you like to begin with? I do understand going in all the way, but right now all my money goes as I get it. I'll need some time. Okay. So you answer them. When you come in at the $1,200 level, I help you do this so that you'll make $200 every time you bring someone in. You'll make your money back after you bring in the sixth person. Not hard to do on Facebook, LOL. How much time do you think you'll need? I don't know. So this person is beginning to look more and more like a non-candidate. I wasn't going to use the word flake, but hey, I'll see what I can do. When you're talking to someone that's interested in your business, it's not about you sending the information. It's about you, first of all, sending the information to the right person. Did he ever write back?
No.
He never did. Okay. So he never wrote back, or not yet. But what you have to do is when somebody appears to be interested, now what you have to do is you have to sell it to them. They either get it, they see it, and they want to get started, or you have to sell it to them, and you have to do it in their terms. You have to show them why they need it. You have to show them the benefits of what it will do for them, but you have to put it to them in their terms. Why did they need it? And one of the best examples that you can use to kind of bolster this whole concept and idea is to in the movie The Wolf of Wall Street, which frankly is, it's not X-rated. I mean, there's more sex and there's more use of the F word than probably any other word, in the movie. But there's one scene, or actually there's several scenes. But the one scene that's really famous, you could look it up on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and type in Wolf of Wall Street, sell me the pen. And it'll come up where there's a bunch of salesmen sitting around a table, And Leonardo DiCaprio was talking to a new salesperson who was complaining that it's hard to get these people to buy. And so he hands him a pen. He says, "Sell me the pen." And the person's, flubbering. "Oh, I want to eat my sandwich. I want to eat my lunch." So he hands it to one of his top people. He says, "Sell me the pen." The way you sell something to someone is to show them that they need it, to show them that they have to have it, to show them that they can't live without it. And so there's a clear example of it in that movie, Sell Me the Pen. When you're talking to people, you need to be prepared. You need to have all your ducks in a row. You need to know if you're talking to somebody, well, what's it going to cost this person to get into my business? Am I going to talk to him about the expensive package? Am I going to talk to him about the inexpensive package? What are his needs? What is he looking for? And do I have something that can help them? If I have something that can help them and they see it, if they see the opportunity, this person here, we said, I don't know. How much time do you need? Perhaps you can borrow the money from someone or put it on a credit card. Many people make their money back before they have to pay the bill. Every day you're on Facebook is another day you're not making any money. Is this possible? I'll see what I can do. Now, we both know that, hey, that's not going to happen. Now, he might surprise you. And the way you, what you do in a situation like this is, and this is Facebook. So what you could do is, you're posting things that they see on a daily basis. You're posting things that make them curious, and you send them little messages. For example, these are the messages that I sent to, see, here. These are the messages that I sent to Hanji, okay, in a text, in chat. Experience is what you get when you don't get what you want. And I sent her another one. Which is a phenomenal Jim Rohn quote. You can pull these right off of Google. If you want to have more, you have to become more. For things to change, you have to change. For things to become better, to get better, you have to get better. For things to improve, you have to improve. If you grow, everything grows for you. And you can say, hey, I thought of this when I saw you. I thought of you when I saw this. Share it in a private message. Or share it with all of your connections. Share it with all of your friends. At the end of the day, you know more about a person from what you see on their page and their answers to a few questions to discover whether or not you even want to be talking to them about your business. There's no rejection if you're talking to people that clearly need what you have. People are going to ask you all the time, what's this about? Hey, I'd be happy to tell you all about it, but hey, if it cost you $50 to send a link about your business opportunity to somebody, you'd really be selective about who you sent that link to, wouldn't you? Now, was that you or was that me? Somebody write back to me, or is that him? Did he write back?
No, I don't know who's that.
Okay. Well, okay, so here's the bottom line, folks. Let's review. You want to know the answers to the following questions. What do you do? How long have you been doing it? What did you do before? Typically, that gives you enough information to know whether the person has needs or would be interested in your business. Before you show anybody the links to your business, you need to understand what their experience is in network marketing, because they're going to judge you based on their experience. after you understand what their experience is in network marketing, now it's, do they see an opportunity for themselves? Do they see the opportunity? Question number one. Do they have any questions? Do they understand how you make money? And then, when would you like to get started? It's that quick, it's that simple. And if you're having conversations every day with 5 people that are clear prospects for your business. The first one, the truck driver, time waster. The student teacher that, hey, listen, he is struggling. He's got 2 jobs. He's still in school. In his mind, he wants to be a teacher. Now, you could basically say to him, listen, are you aware? Listen, I'm not trying to talk you in or out of something, but are you aware that I just read something on the internet? They listed the top 10 positions, the top 10 professions that had the highest burnout rate, and teachers is number 5. Do you have any idea why? Do you have any idea why teachers burn out? You're going into a career with one of the highest burnout rates in the world. I'm not trying to talk you out of it, but maybe somebody should let you know what you're heading for. Now, he told you he's open for other opportunities. Told you he's open for other opportunities. So what you have to do in his case is sell him the pen. Sell him the pen. Let him know that a lot of people today are making full-time income. You don't need 3 jobs. Well, keep one of those teaching jobs, but get rid of the other 2, and I'll show you how you can make more money working on Facebook. Give up the job working at the Thai restaurant unless you like the food and they give you free meals. Give up the job. I can show you how to make more. How much time do you but you got to learn about the other person. How much time do you spend every day working at the Thai restaurant? How much time? If I could show you a way where you could make more money working a couple of hours on Facebook than you're making in that Thai restaurant, would you be interested? Take it to them. Make it personal. And Hanji, that would probably be the approach that I would take with the kid is, look, how long, ask him about the restaurant. How long are you working at the restaurant? Now, also understand that he probably, because he's a student, he's not going to have $1,200 to invest in your business. Unless, of course, he sees the opportunity and then he can borrow the money from a relative to get started. But they have to see the opportunity. Okay, Hanji, did this help you today?
Very much. Thank you so much, Max. I really appreciate it.
Well, you're welcome. And folks, I hope this helped all of you, because the bottom line is there's no faster, easier way for you to build your network marketing business than on Facebook and LinkedIn. It's fast, it's easy, and it can be fun when you're talking to the right people. Until next time, best of luck in building your business. God bless. And remember, boot camp starts tonight at 9 o'clock. Hope to see all of you there.